We have to talk about these adjustments that Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks made heading into game number 3 that worked. The Knicks come back from down 20 points yet again for the third time in the postseason, which has never been done in NBA history, all 3 times on the road, by the way. And we have to talk about what changed, because we saw players on the court last night that no Knicks fan thought that we're going to see these guys in meaningful playoff Eastern Conference Finals minutes. We saw a specific player go to the bench and not get on the floor. We saw a brand new player in the starting 5, somebody benched. Wow, we have a lot to break down in this video. I want to break down the adjustments that Tom Thibodeau made, because I'm here to tell you, if those adjustments failed and we lost last night, we're down 0-3, everybody would be complaining, saying Tom Thibodeau is a moron. What are these adjustments? Why are these specific players playing meaningful minutes? But it worked. So we have to talk about it, because could this be the key to spark a comeback in the series, as the Knicks were down 0-2, now down 1-2? With an opportunity to tie the series at 2 apiece in game number 4. Knicks fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section right now. Knicks win game 3 in comeback fashion. Shout out to all my Knicks fans that was part of the Knicks Media Live watch party last night. It was an epic opportunity to witness that 20-point comeback with you guys live all over again. It felt like the Boston series in game 1 and 2. So shout out to my fans that come over to the Knicks Media Live watch party. Make sure you guys come through for game 4. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hit that like button, folks. Subscribe to Knicks Media. Let's get into it, because Tom Thibodeau made some adjustments that deserves praise, okay? Because if it didn't work, everybody, including myself, would have been pissed off at Tom Thibodeau, obviously. So let's start off with the New York Knicks not playing Cameron Payne. I think that's the first key to this. He was a net negative the entire series. He comes in the game in game 2 against the Pacers, terrible. Starts the fourth quarter. Everybody's questioning that move. Just brutal. And now he is a DNP. Did not play in game 3. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau. It took you long enough. And that resulted in an opportunity for 2 guys, Delon Wright and Landry Shamet, okay? That was awesome. And I also think Deuce McBride getting 3 quick fouls in 1 minute also impacted those specific players getting in at the timing that they did, because if Deuce did not get into early foul trouble, he would have been playing in that first half. But, man, I'm happy that it all worked out the way that it did, because Delon Wright is a savvy vet. He came in there and calmed things down. He was a defensive beast out there. Right? You talk about him going out there and showing some energy, showing some heart that we have not seen from this Knicks basketball team. 33 years old, a nice adjustment. Landry Shamet, he came in there late in the third quarter, and he showed the most heart and passion I saw from any individual all game. He draws an offensive foul. He gets open, screams. He gets hyped. And on my live watch party, I'm like, that is what we've been missing all game. Passion, showing intensity, showing like you care, right? When that moment happened, it was a weird shift. Then you see a lineup of Deuce McBride, Delon Wright, Landry Shamet, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson on the court together. And it's working. It's working. And then they sub in Cat for Mitchell Robinson in the fourth quarter, and Cat goes nuclear for 20 points. Shout out to Big Cat, baby. And the defense was smothering. Wright was fantastic defensively. The switches. Josh Hart was locked in. Shout out Josh Hart, who was benched in this game for Mitchell Robinson, which is another key adjustment that the Knicks made. Mitchell Robinson in the starting 5. I think Josh Hart coming off the bench was interesting. I think some people were very harsh on Josh Hart heading into this game, rightfully so, but he deserves some love, man, because he was a big, big key. That defensive rebound to secure Miles Turner's miss and hitting the 2 clutch free throws, that deserves some love for Josh Hart right there. Because if he did not get that rebound and they got a second opportunity, you never know what the Pacers could have done. Or if he missed one of those free throws or missed both of those free throws, we know what happens when you miss free throws in the clutch. Game 1. So Josh Hart deserves some love. But I think the Knicks going deep into their bench really showed you something. And the Pacers coach, he has something very interesting to say. When the Knicks adjusted and started playing their best players on the defense, and that was why the Knicks came back and won the game. And that was what the Pacers coach was saying. I mean, that's a big adjustment, folks. We got to focus on the defense. Deuce McBride on the court is a defensive weapon. And Jalen Brunson did not get back into the game until a minute and a half left. That Tom Thibodeau is wild for that in a good way. That he deserves praise, because Jalen Brunson had 5 fouls, was a liability on defense. You didn't want to foul him out, of course. And the Knicks are in a rhythm. And I think a lot of people criticized Tom Thibodeau subbing Brunson in with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in game one because there was a rhythm going with the other lineup. And then Brunson came in and everything fell apart. And that's because of his defense. And that's okay. It's not okay, but hey, his offense makes up for it. JB comes in the game, gets a clutch bucket like we needed him to. The reason why JB got in the game when he did is because that's when it became a tie game. And when it's a tie game, you need offense. But before that, the Knicks were up like 4, 5 points, double possession lead. So Thibodeau was like, no, we're keeping this defensive lineup on the court. And I felt like the adjustments of going to defense in certain possessions, calling a timeout, you get Deuce and Mitch in. Okay, sub him out for Brunson and Cat. Like, I think Tom Thibodeau coached a heck of a game, but it's not over, man. No one's going to remember a Game 3 coaching masterpiece by Tom Thibodeau if he does not coach this team to the NBA Finals. Okay? Like, they can very easily go out there in Game 4, lay an egg, and lose in 5. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Tom Thibodeau, I'm not praising you and saying that you won the hearts of Knicks fans because of one game. You got to do this throughout the series. The adjustments need to continue in Game 4, into Game 5, into Game 6, and the Knicks got to win the series still. That's my expectation. We're down still. The backs are still against the wall here, but the Knicks have proven that they know how to win on the road. And if they can steal another game in Indiana, this series comes to 2-2. And then it's a best of 3 with 2 out of the 3 games at Madison Square Garden. And yes, I know the Knicks don't know how to win at home, which drives everybody mad. But I feel like the Knicks showed against the Celtics that they win on their home floor when they need to. They won Game 4 and Game 6. They won on a 2-game home winning streak against the Celtics in that series. So I'm hopeful the Knicks can steal Game 4 and, of course, win in Game 5. But, hey, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But I think Josh Hart coming off the bench also lit a fire underneath him a little bit. And the fouling needs to get fixed, though. The fouling is an issue. Cat and Brunson cannot get into 5 fouls. There's still adjustments that needs to be made. OG Anunoby also deserves some love. He hit his 2 free throws. He was fantastic on defense. He actually showed a lot of spark offensively. The only one that had the touch behind the basket, behind the three-point line, in that first half. And, of course, Karl-Anthony Towns. He has to be the finishing touch of this video because he was getting, walked out of town, man. Knicks fans were done with him. Every single Knicks fan, not every single one, but you go on Knicks Twitter in the third quarter, and everybody's saying, all right, Cat, you're done. Like, you are absolutely a disgrace. He had 4 points at that point, and it was in foul trouble. So that's why everyone was upset. Totally justified. But then Cat goes into the fourth quarter and decides to step up and shows the star that he is. Like, that is star-level stuff. He just became a potential star. I'm not saying a star yet in New York because you got to win the series first. You got to do it again. No one's going to crown you for having one 20-point fourth quarter and winning 1 game. You got to win 4 now. 3 more. So Cat really stepped up when the whole fan base was ready to turn on Karl-Anthony Towns. He leveled up his game, hitting clutch shots, step-back contested threes, took over the game. And I think another adjustment I'm seeing is I think when Karl-Anthony Towns is on the floor and Brunson's on the bench, they play very well. And then vice versa. When Brunson's on the floor and Cat's on the bench, they play well. I don't think Brunson and Cat, unfortunately, play well together on the court just because of the defensive liability they both possess. If you can have Brunson surrounded by 4 good defenders, they play well. If you have Cat on the floor surrounded by 4 good defenders, they play well. And that's what happened in the fourth quarter. You had Cat surrounded by all 4 defenders that were humming, and that's what happened. And Cat got locked in defensively as well. So, great game. Long series to go, but I'm fired up. Had to make this video, folks. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Delon Wright, Landry Shamet for stepping into this game and giving us a spark that we desperately needed. The Knicks are alive. Shout out to Cat. Brunson in the clutch. Wow. Tom Thibodeau, I see you. Now go win the series, and then Knicks fans will really start respecting you, my guy. All right, Knicks fans. Love you guys. See you later. Let's go, Knicks.